What will happen to music
keeping
after
up with the news recently, you've probably heard about TikTok being banned in America
TikTok's
just
demise.
over a week from now. TikTok's potential ban has been...
So I heard they actually just extended that another 270 days because somebody was like, I don't remember who it was, but whoever did it, W Mans, he was like, this is somebody's livelihood and like source of like news and entertainment. So they were like, we're gonna extend it 270 more days.
floating around the political sphere since early 2020.
Shout out
But
Red
it wasn't
Note.
until April of last year that America was given the earliest date for when the platform would be banned on January 19th, 2025. That means we're now just
give me your
over a week
data.
away from the ban
Okay, I'm
going
sorry,
into
I'm sorry.
effect, and the narrative has continued to shift on what the fate of the short-form content prodigy is and how this will affect creators and small businesses that have been able to successfully grow their following by leveraging the app's generous algorithm. The app began to really hit the ground running between 2019 and 2020. This is where the content started to branch off from what you would normally see in its adverts back then and grew into what it is today.
Excuse me.
A platform where anybody from anywhere can create a viral dance trend, become a creator with a loyal fan base, and express their opinions about any
Keith
topic.
Lee
no matter-
never danced. Can y'all believe that? Keith Lee never actually danced, bro. Addison Rae, where the fuck is she now, bro? I don't hear anything about her anymore.
Or how insignificant it could be. And if a user doesn't have any original content to share, they are free to engage with existing content and add their own input on it. TikTok has always encouraged
that shit was
sampling and
cold.
recycling content to further drive engagement on its platform. This
I
can come
never
with
did that, but like I low-key could have to kind of like be like popular on TikTok because like obviously this is a video that's already popular. I just put my shit on it.
the form of stitches or using specific hashtags that will hopefully rank your video higher in a video poll or the For You page. There are add-ons that can be made to your videos called sounds that basically just paste a recording into your video. This is typically used as background music or audio that adds commentary for the user to lip sync to. Depending on the sound you're using, this can have a massive impact on the attention your video receives. A trending sound can do a lot of heavy lifting to get a casual TikTok user with no following some decent engagement. Frequent users of the app have obviously caught on to this, and will occasionally take a stab at uncovering the next big sound to define TikTok's homepage for the next few weeks or even months. And of course,
Yep.
music is one of, if not the best utilization of the sound feature. So many new songs have been discovered thanks to creative user-generated content. Utilizing a specific part of a song to create entertaining videos.
And this is what I was saying too. Like I didn't say it exactly like this, but I was like, yo, when I saw this music, when I saw this title of this video, I was like, yo, I just thought about it. Like there are a lot of rappers today that if it wasn't for TikTok, they probably would not have made it. And I'm sorry to say this, but Ice Spice is one of them. Ice Spice is one of them. If it wasn't for TikTok, I don't think Ice Spice would have gotten as big as she did. Because Munch became a massive hit on TikTok. Like a massive hit on TikTok. Now, I will say there are some songs that I've heard on TikTok and I've went to listen to the actual song and actually fucked with the song. One is, what is his name? Wolfface Joey. He made this one. It was like, yeah, for sure. I don't remember. I think it was called Cake. That song is good. But like I don't do it often because like normally when you find a TikTok song and you go listen to the whole thing, you're like, this song is kind of just trash. It's just this one part from the TikTok snippet that actually sounds good. So I don't normally look up TikTok songs, but
videos that can be shared universally. This of course doesn't just benefit the TikToker using it, but more so the artists themselves. It puts a musician's work on display for millions to hear, and that opens up a huge door for artists big and small to get the eyes and ears on the music they've always wanted. We had artists like Doja Cat feel a nice kickback when her song Say So was given a quirky dance by a popular TikToker. That dance went viral and the sound has now been used over 7.8 million
jeez
times.
Louise.
Not every video using the sound is the dance trend, but most of the popular ones are. And there have been plenty of, I hate using this word, classics in the TikTok community that had trends that helped boost the song's recognition.
Rockstar, okay. WAP for sure. What song off of Sugar? Because I like the song Bitch off of Sugar. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That song is kind of fire. I wanna keep it
And
real
helped
with
encourage
ya.
those who enjoyed the song to become avid listeners of it outside
Oh,
of
here it is,
TikTok.
Rockstar.
But not only that, independent
WAP.
artists and less mainstream artists from
Begging.
different corners of the country have been able
Savage. Okay, that makes sense. I remember when that shit was fucking popping. I'm a savage, yeah.
to build a strong following by
begging
leveraging
you.
TikTok to make entertaining videos involving their music. With TikTok being more of a short-form favorite platform, artists can create vast quantities of videos that can tackle different forms of content, from skits to short music videos, and my least favorite form of music promotion, music pandering. Regardless, videos, and my least favorite form of music promotion, music pandering.
Promoting your music as a successor of an already mainstream artist.
Regardless of how you choose to promote your content, you have plenty of opportunities to create a viral video including your music, because TikTok encourages users to post multiple times per day to raise your chances of visibility.
Hold on. Let's start with what the platform itself tells us about posting posting frequency. According to TikTok, you should post between 1 to 4 times per day.
Visibility on the platform. If you continue experimenting and something doesn't work, then that just means you're a step closer to finding out what does. So those who are frequent students,
I've been doing TikTok wrong this whole time. I'm supposed to be posting 4 times a day, 3 times a day. Oh my god, I'm about to go back on TikTok, y'all.
Students of the game.
Bro, I haven't posted a TikTok in forever, and I know this is probably stupid for me to try and like redeem myself on TikTok, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just go back to try and like get clips and like just post them on TikTok, bro.
Have found formats that attract the right audience to gravitate them toward their artistry. So that leaves us with 2 outstanding opportunities for musicians to gain recognition on TikTok.
I gotta start posting clips
We
again,
have witnessed probably the biggest rise.
Not shorts. I might post shorts on the main channel still, but I'm never posting shorts on my reaction channel. I'm never posting shorts on the reaction channel, like I said, which is the channel you're watching right now, and I'm never posting shorts on the gaming channel. I don't care.
And full-time label-free musicians.
My gaming channel is doing really well without shorts.
And that can greatly be attributed to TikTok and the platform's ability to get musicians' content in front of users more likely to interact with it. If you're going to be an independent artist and not take the common route of going to LA, performing as a busker until a label signs you, and then handles everything outside of music so you can just camp in the studio, you're given some responsibilities you just can't ignore if you plan on being a musician full-time. Now that you have taken the role of an independent musician, you have now given yourself the responsibility of being your own manager, planning and executing your career goals, the booking agent, scheduling appearances and performances, the distributor, getting your music out anywhere that music can be consumed,
a fact.
And undoubtedly the most essential form of marketing, the content creator. It's without a doubt that social media...
So, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I've been reading this book a lot, and he kind of touched on like
the number
how like people, when you ask them like what do you want in life, people always talk about the easy stuff. Oh, I want a big house, I want a nice car, I want to be successful, blah blah blah. But that's not the question that should be asked. The question that you should be asked is, what do you want to suffer? What are you willing to suffer through in life? Because he was talking about how like the dude who wrote the book used to want to be like a rock star, but then the only thing was he thought he really wanted it, or the reason why he stopped is because he realized he didn't want it as much. And he was like, there's no sugarcoating it, there's no like long story about it. I just tried it, found out it was too much for me, didn't want to do it anymore. And he was basically saying how like a lot of people, including himself, he was thinking about being at the top of that mountain. Like, oh, when I'm a rock star, it's gonna look like this. But nobody ever talks about how it feels and looks getting there. All the long nights, trying to learn music, trying to get your music out there, distributing, all of this shit he was talking about. He was like, it was just not something I wanted to suffer through. And I was reading it like, holy shit, that's a fact, bro. Because as me, I sacrifice my sleep. I sacrifice a lot of shit. I'm up all night getting these videos out. And I actually love the grind. I personally love the grind. I love the sacrifices I have to make. I love the process. I love the game of being a YouTuber and a streamer and a content creator in general. And I think that's why, you know, a nigga like me, I know I'm gonna be successful. Because it's like, bro, there are and
one player.
I've seen it multiple times, but I never could like place it. There are niggas that I have seen personally start YouTube channels because of, oh, you know, YouTubers make so much money. They do it for like a month or a week or something, and then they just quit because they realize, holy shit, I don't like editing. I don't like suffering through staying up all night to edit. but you gotta love the process, bro.
In music
The
marketing,
same thing with
especially
music, bro.
for
It's like
independent artists.
all these people trying to be
Without it,
rappers
there's
because
no
they want to
way
make
of
all this
building a
money. But
brand for
like, do you
yourself,
love
and there's
music?
no easy way of communicating with your audience outside
Sorry.
of playing
Oh my
shows.
god, I just turned this into a fucking long ass reaction, bro. There's 10
Unless
minutes
you can
left, it's already 10
miraculously
minutes.
sell out a show
I
a
did
day
my
for the
yapping
next
thing again,
20
I'm
or so
sorry.
years, you better get on social media if you want your music to
yapped
do
again.
anything. Being a content creator is more than just having Instagram on your phone and posting a pic of yourself to your story, telling people, hey, check out my new song I just released. It is a start, but many artists have found much more success by playing multiple parts to craft visually entertaining videos that cater to the people they need to see the content.
Exactly.
This requires a lot of extra time and effort outside of your craft, but the return on investment is astronomical compared to artists that don't. It seems that artists have also received the highest ROI from posting on TikTok compared to any other platform out there at the moment. Sometimes people tend to put too much focus into that one platform, and that leads the creator to fall into the whole putting your eggs in one basket dilemma. And that is where a lot of artists and small businesses are starting to feel the effects following the ban of TikTok. It has been estimated that a loss of around $1.3 billion in revenue is expected to hit small businesses and creators in just 1 month of
Jesus.
TikTok's ban.
This is bad. This is very, very bad.
And why is this just
That is horrifying, bro.
as impactful for musicians? Well, TikTok is a platform where creators and small businesses get the most engagement from utilizing the musical features than Reels and YouTube Shorts
Did y'all hear that Mr. Beast is trying to buy TikTok? I bought TikTok and I'm giving it away to one lucky subscriber.
do. Now that they are left to focus on building their presence on other platforms, there is much less user-generated content surrounding music. It'll always be there because there are creators that make content based on promoting and reviewing new music, but nothing has been as organic and attractive to a social media
TikTok.
than the way TikTok has capitalized on utilizing music on their platform. Same for the musicians posting on TikTok. If they went
I'm gonna
all
start
in
posting on
and built
TikTok
the
again.
largest part of their followers on this platform, it will be very difficult keeping the same attention on your name and music on other platforms. Because as similar as Reels and Shorts seem, TikTok users like very different things about their app that the others just don't provide. Without it, it is very uncertain where those users will most likely
That's
go.
a fact.
Will they try out TikTok
I'm not gonna
clones that
lie,
are-
I was like, yo, I want to do Reels. Like, I want to do Instagram Reels, but like the user experience on Reels is kind of dog shit. Shorts, like I said, I might keep doing shorts on the main channel, but like, again, TikTok is so easy though. TikTok is so easy. I just drag, drop, put some hashtags in, boom.
hoping to jump in its place following its ban, or will they just choose
Yeah,
from
Instagram
Shorts
Reels
and Reels
user
since
experience
they
is
might already
dog
had
shit.
experience with them in the past? It's all very confusing and leaves a lot of the future of short form content in question, but of course this is primarily a music channel, so I want to focus on what this means for music and the artists being affected by this ban. I would have loved to weigh in the pros and cons of this, but it is really hard to find any reason this would benefit an artist in the environment artists are currently operating in.
No, a ban on TikTok would not. Like I said, bro, people like Ice Spice had made it big because of TikTok. This is not gonna be good for artists, period.
I mean, I guess you could look at it as a clean slate to discover new ways to get your music heard, but that just isn't an easy thing to do, and artists are going to be in a hurry to get a jump start on doing the next best thing to keep their streams and following where they want it. I think it's clear that we will see a larger shift to Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts following the ban. I personally think
probably.
that Instagram will be a greater focus point for artists moving on from TikTok. I believe Instagram has a greater focus on the influencer side of things and
That's
wants
true.
to promote the user themselves rather than the content that is being made. That is just off the top of my head, so
And that's
it
why
might
I'm like, I kind of want to just keep doing Instagram, but the shit sucks.
be worth this.
Like, for me, I think once I get to that point of being like, doing content creation full time, bro, I think on Instagram, I'm just gonna do like stories. And like, very rarely am I ever going to post like pictures and shit. Like, that's gonna be something like very special moments in my life. I'll post pictures maybe, but like, it's just gonna be stories.
Discussing in a future video if there is a short form focused platform that provides the greatest ROI for music. We will have to see what eventually happens with TikTok though. But following TikTok's potential ban, this will affect a lot of artists negatively. If an artist has not been cross-promoting enough and their TikTok followers aren't following them on the other platforms, those people might not jump to the next best platform to search for you because they were most likely following dozens if not hundreds of other users. The odds are not in the
Yeah.
favor of the artist unless the follower is really connected to the artist's music. But if they were, it's pretty
See, and this is why it goes back to that whole Lil TJ and Fabio Foreign situation. Rappers need streamers more than streamers need rappers, bro. Because the thing about streamers is, or the thing about rappers is, it's just the music. There's no connection to you. It's just the music. Yes, there's gonna be stans, there's gonna be diehards, but there's no connection. With niggas like me, I got a whole Discord server. Niggas can chat and like become friends with people in the server, and then it's like, oh shit, this is a community. You know what I'm saying?
likely they would have been already following them everywhere else they could, including their streaming service. I'm not trying to be harsh. I
That's
really
true,
care,
though.
and the artists out there should too, because there's a pretty good chance this is their livelihood. And I want every artist out there to leave this band just as secure as they were before it. But it is very possible that future music releases may struggle a bit more without that extra channel to promote on. I do believe already released music will perform just as well as it has, because at this point it is now just a track that stands on its own. If people like it, they'll continue to listen to it as long as it is enjoyable to them. So hopefully at this point you have a decently sized catalog that has established your sound and displays your talent as a musician. One thing I'll say is I do believe artists will have to work harder to get people to listen to their music. Remember back when I said pandering was my least favorite form of music promotion?
Okay.
I think TikTok users typically ate that up, and this worked great for artists that were really trying to grab fans from a fan base or genre that might not be releasing music as frequently, or that is just not that popular at the moment. Artists will really have to focus on standing out as different and refreshing as possible if they want to grow a following, because there is no other platform that really encourages this type of marketing tactic. So while we have just
That's
a
true,
little
bro.
over a week before this whole platform
Copyright.
is flushed down the drain, I want to lay out some ideas for musicians to minimize the hit towards their following and maintain their music's visibility.
Oh shit.
In order to minimize the hit to your career, it would be wise to cross-promote ASAP.
Absolutely.
Let your followers know where else they can find you and encourage them to follow you along the journey, because there is going to be much more in store. While you do that,
Yeah, nigga. If you're watching this on YouTube, come over to the Twitch, my nigga. Come over to the Twitch. Follow me on Instagram. Join the Discord. All of that shit gonna be in the description, my nigga. Cross promote. Shameless plug.
immediately start studying these other established platforms already if you haven't, and start curating content for these platforms while there's still time to get a head start. It might even be worth it to repurpose content you've already posted on TikTok if you haven't already, just to leave a solid picture of what you can provide as an artist while you start to attract newer people. And start to focus on some longer form videos. I've realized that with posting short form content, this comes with short form fans. The people
Exactly.
you're trying to grab the attention
Long form, 30% higher conversion rate, deeper connection, SEO preferred. Short form, higher viral opportunity, less expensive, easy consumption. Wow, I cannot read tonight.
of typically digest only a minute or so of you at a time, it is much harder to keep them interested in your next hour-long album. I think building an audience that loves to really connect on a personal level with an artist would enjoy content
And that's part of the reason why I said I'm never going to be doing shorts on my gaming channel or the reaction channel, because like I realized that on the main channel the conversion rate wasn't that good, because it was like, yes, a lot of people would watch my shorts and they would press the subscribe button, but then when I dropped my long form shit, my engagement rate was so bad, bro. I'm talking about like the average view duration. Sometimes niggas would click on my video, and this is like when I was editing videos, like spending hours upon editing. Niggas would click on the video, watch for like 3 seconds, click off. Somebody would watch for 10 seconds, click off. And I'm like, bro, and I'm putting in hours into these videos. And that's why I'm like, with this channel and the gaming channel, I've gone more towards like unedited content, because I want to just keep it raw, pause, and then like also like I want people to kind of see what it's like to be in a live stream with me, so that like when they're watching the video, they're like, oh shit, this nigga entertaining. Come to the live stream, is gonna be exactly the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to see like all of these hyper edits like a Mr. Beast video. They come to my stream and they're like, oh, this nigga ain't got nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't know.
recorded performances, Q&As, and maybe even behind the scenes of the creative process.
Yeah.
If you want to get even more personal, there are
Stream.
communities that are built in Discord communities or live streams where the artist can speak directly with the fans. This allows for some privacy or
Live connection with fans, collaborations, viral opportunities. Discord. Privacy always active, direct messages.
another way of gaining publicity depending on the type of clips that can go viral from these streams. Make sure that as an artist who doesn't have a disposable income from a label, that you really try to branch out your income streams. There's Patreon, merchandise, YouTube ads, sync licensing, and so many more.
Yeah.
But do what feels right, because from what I've learned about this band is that we cannot rely on only one or two things.
Exactly.
But make sure you're focused on quality. Quality fans deserve a quality product. If these people are loyal to you and the message you're trying to spread, be sure to respect them and give them the quality products they deserve. I'm not saying to cater to every request and bend at the knee to them, because at the end of the day, art is king. Create the art you want to create, but if people are paying to get more of you, just be sure you're giving them the best you got. Now, what does this mean for
That's a fact. Like, if niggas are gonna be paying me, like donating to me, subbing on Twitch, obviously I'm gonna give them the best. I'm trying my best to do everything I can, but like I'm still limited to, like, you know, neighbors downstairs. You know, I'm in an apartment. If I get a house, once I get a house, I can just be as loud as I want, give y'all crazy shit.
For the music industry as a whole?
Because I have a lot of plans that
we're
I
still
can't
going
do
to
because of
discover new
niggas
music
downstairs,
every day,
bro.
and trends are going to spark somewhere else. We will just have to wait and see where the ring of fire lies.
I
But
can't hop
I
around
do
and jump
believe
around
we
as
may
much as I
start
want
to see a
to.
resurgence in music videos, which would be great because this is one of my favorite ways to promote music. They have taken a backseat since the demand of them has dropped drastically in America, but who knows, it might become a hot topic again. I think a massive shift in building authentic fan bases will be crucial for smaller artists, but industry plants may crop up more than ever, boasting similar images to those of Sabrina Carpenter and Charlie XCX. I just believe that's because they're everywhere you can imagine at the moment, and it's not just for their music, but the persona they portray themselves as online. If this is truly the end of TikTok in America, then we know with absolute certainty that clones are just creeping over the horizon. I don't know if any of
Red
these
note.
will ever reach the height as any of the big three we see today, though. What TikTok built was certainly one of a kind, and you could honestly point out distinct attributes of a TikTok user that would be very difficult to reimagine from the ground up, especially since the expectations would be set so high and every box would need to be checked right off the bat in order to keep them on the platform. I think we can expect shorts and reels to carry the torch from now on, and who knows, this may encourage some massive revamps on these platforms to try and recreate the magic that TikTok built on its own.
Not
There's
YouTube.
still some hope for TikTok, though.
Maybe Instagram Reels, but not YouTube, bro. YouTube is never gonna stop doing copyrights.
As of late December, Trump has done a complete 180 on his initial distaste for the app and has requested the Supreme Court to pause the ban of TikTok to work on a deal with TikTok's owner ByteDance to sell the platform to an American company to protect our nation's national security issue
I think that's so crazy, bro.
with China. China themselves have claimed that the platform posed no threat to America's national security and have gone on record to say that banning the app would even go against America's First Amendment rights of freedom of speech. So it's an interesting case.
Yeah, it
But I'm
is.
curious, what do you think will happen in a TikTok free world? How will the music industry evolve, and what do you think is the next big thing?
Red
To both
note.
the music industry and creator space,
Y'all talking about something, we don't want America's data to get leaked to China, and then now everybody's going to Red Note, and we don't know what Red Note's doing with this data. I'm not gonna lie. Now give me your data.
it's uncertain. I don't have the answers, so we're left to wait patiently until January 19th. So until then, I guess we'll find out.
I guess we will, bruv. This is a great video, and honestly, it's very thought-provoking. I'm not gonna lie, because it's just crazy.